Did this game feel like whiplash with the runs that they went on, with the runs that you guys went on, and then a back and forth overtime?
Yeah, it definitely felt like that. They made some big shots throughout the whole game to kind of quiet our little runs, and I think we did the same with them, but they just happened to make the last shot of the night.
Regulation, you guys were down 10. You got back into it to the tie. What changed over those 3 minutes where you guys, got furious and got back into it?
We just made shots. I think that was the thing for us. We knocked down shots when we needed them.
When you look at this box score, how much does that 6 of 15 at the free throw line kind of sting in an overtime game?
Definitely stings when you leave your money out there on the floor. And, unacceptable to miss that many free throws. We're pretty efficient at the line. I started us off missing 2 in a row, and I think that kind of got to us a bit. So I got to knock mine down. I think that'll get everybody else confidence at the line.
Kevin, that last shot of overtime, was that the look you wanted? And can you take us through that whole sequence?
Yeah, I mean, it's a shot I work on every day. I'm pissed I missed that one. I gotta make that shot. I gotta make it. Plain simple.
What do you think it's going to take to have the kind of consistent execution that you guys want?
We just got to keep searching for good shots. I think we had a lot of good ones tonight we missed. And I know it's difficult when we miss shots, and especially wide open ones. And it just takes the energy out of the arena when we shoot a jump shot and the crowd's like, oh. And we miss, it's like, oh, I'm like, Bill, we miss shots. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of basketball. And I think we got to keep our heads up when we miss the good shots. And knowing that if we generate good shots, that's what we want. If we get a wide open look for a 3, we want that, because down the line, we're going to eventually hit them if we keep generating open looks. So I don't like how we got down on ourselves for missing shots. But I thought our defense was really great tonight.
When you lose a game to a team that you held to 36% shooting, is that harder, knowing that you did that on one end, but they found a way to win anyway?
Yeah, that's just the name of basketball. That's just the name of the game. Like, Damian Lillard is a Hall of Famer. So, if he get a look down 2 on the road, he pulling. And he made a huge shot. And like I said, they just made the last shot of the night.
What do you make with the weird turn of events with this game, with the turnovers, the free throw line shooting?
Just overall, it was a wild game. It was a strange game. I didn't think we competed very well in the first half. I loved the way we competed in the second half, and if we play with that type of intensity and competitiveness for the whole game, then we're in business. But we got to put it together for 48 minutes.
Kind of your view on what happened on that final turnover that killed you guys?
All I saw was Steph got trapped at half court and tried to pass over the top. I don't know who made the deflection, but caught the ball in a little bit of a vulnerable position. And, it happens.
When you look at the stat sheet, how much will you look at those free throws, 6 of 15 on in an overtime game?
Yeah, I think we're the best free throw shooting team in the league. So, like I said, strange game. We're in a little bit of a strange run. And we're going to get out of it. But when you're not quite right, just different things happen, strange things happen. And so the foul line stuff was kind of bizarre, but I've seen it before. It happens occasionally.
There are a lot of plays that just look like they were poorly executed. You talked about the effort, but what do you think of the execution overall, especially in the first half?
First half execution was very poor. Second half it got better. Ball movement was fine. I didn't think we were aggressive enough in the first half. It looked like we were kind of just on our heels and didn't play with any force or any purpose. And second half got better, but by that time we were in a dogfight and having to scrap. So, excuse me. As I mentioned, I think we got to find a way to compete for the full 48 minutes right from the opening tip and leave everything else behind and just go play.
Coach, you primarily ran an 8-man rotation tonight. There were a couple guys that got a few minutes. What motivated that, and what did you see from those three to make them the primary guys off the bench?
Well, those guys generally are the three primary guys off the bench. I think, Jordan Bell right now is just not in the rotation. He could get back in the rotation, but, I think the wild card is Alfonso. I thought about going to him early, but they were pretty big out there. And so we stayed with Jonas. So it's a rare game where we only play 8 guys. We generally play 9 or 10, but this is just kind of the way the game went. And if I had to do it over again, I'd probably get Alfonso out there a little bit more.
Steve, you mentioned the intensity a couple times. The guys have mentioned it the last couple weeks. Why do you think it's been such an issue maintaining it? We're trying to find it for 48 minutes.
I don't know. I'm not being flip or whatever you want to call it. Sometimes you can't put your finger on certain things, and for whatever reason, we're just not quite clicking. We're not quite together on all fronts, and we've got to get to that point where I think just not winning and playing the way we have done for many years. I think our guys are a little disappointed, in that, and maybe that's affecting them. But that's when you got to fight even harder. But like I said, I thought the second half we fought like crazy, and if we do that, then we're in good shape.
We kind of talked the last couple of days about how you guys are being affected by the way teams are defending Draymond. Portland clearly did it again tonight. How did you see that kind of screw up your guys' offense? Well,
we've worked on some things the last couple of days. We know everybody's going to do that, and it's not going to just turn overnight. But some of the things we worked on, I thought were effective. Some of them were not instinctive, and so we're going to have to continue to work on some of those counters over the coming weeks and get more comfortable with that stuff.
You mentioned the free throw shooting. You missed 61 field goals. The three-point shooting wasn't good. When you have a team like this, a really good shooting team that shoots this poorly, is there anything you can identify? I mean, is it like anything you see that can be fixed immediately?
No. I mean, it all evens out over the course of the year. We shoot a very high percentage overall. You're going to have certain games where shots don't go in as much. They're a good shooting team. They shot 36%. So neither team played particularly well, but it ended up being a hell of a game, hell of an entertaining game. And I thought Portland deserved the game and played well enough to win, and they earned it.